WMMSTheBuzzard.com for all the details. 2 for Bill Burr this fall. Good luck. Call 10. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
He's been called a waste of space before, but now it's official. Alan Cox.
To occupy the city.
On 100.7 WMMS.
35192, you want to send a text? If you're watching live at AlanCoxShow.com, you can thank Gunter Hibabi for helping out today. I saw the Tina Fey Amy Poehler tour is coming to Cleveland.
Yo.
We were going to end up buying tickets for the Chicago stop, and then they said, well, we're going to add more dates, and one of them is at Playhouse Square. Amy Poehler, Tina Fey doing the Restless Leg tour, and they've added 7 or 8 extra stops. Some of the bigger cities are doing 2 and 3 nights.
That's pretty cool.
They're going to play State Theater on Thursday, September the 21st. What's that?
I was going to see if they'll pop by High and Dry after.
Maybe. Come through, do a set.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine they probably fly right out, right? These are fly in, fly out?
Maybe they got some stuff they need to work on.
Yeah, maybe so. We'll find out. Pre-sale begins tomorrow morning. They will go on sale to everyone else Friday morning at 10 a.m. TinaAmyTour.com. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Be a good night. Thursday, September 21 in Cleveland. For any of our bureau chiefs, they've also added Denver, Austin, 2 nights in Vegas, Philly, and Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon, the venue is the Alaska Airlines Theater of the Clouds. Oh, sounds nice. Right. Guardians play tonight. They almost got swept in Arizona by the Diamondbacks, but they stuck it to them on Sunday. 12-3 was the final. Cleveland over the D-backs there. They will start up tonight against the Oakland A's at 7:10. So 6:30 something is when your pregame will begin, a little over an hour from now, when we roll out first of 3 against the A's, and then they will stick around to host the Brewers of Milwaukee before they head to Kansas City and then Chicago to play the Cubs there. I was reading about how the driver for the Pittsburgh Pirates got a DUI in between cities.
No.
Did you read about that?
No, that's funny.
The guy that was
bus driver?
Yeah. The guy that was driving the Pirates to Milwaukee, I think. They had just played the Cubs in Chicago, and he was pulled over by state troopers. He barely got away from Wrigley Field. He got pulled over by the Stadies about a half an hour away from Wrigley Field. He was taking the Pirates from Chicago to Milwaukee. They were going to play the Brewers. And the bus, boy, this is bad timing. The bus was traveling with a police escort. And Illinois State Police said that he wasn't following the escort and was displaying multiple signs of impairment. This is just a guy that they contracted out. They're always quick to say that, too. They always want to make sure that you know it's not an employee of theirs. Because then people start calling lawyers. This is just a guy. It's like Uber drivers or Amazon drivers. Those companies, they're very quick when something goes south. Very quick. These are just contracted employees. Nobody was hurt. They initially thought that maybe the driver was having a medical emergency until they pulled the bus over, and he was driving drunk. They said the driver was not affiliated with the team. 61-year-old Ronald Funderburk of Shelby, North Carolina, was the guy behind the wheel. We have a bureau chief in Shelby, North Carolina. We have a listener named Joe who listens there. But they said that the important thing is that all of our personnel arrived in Milwaukee safely. Yeah, and he didn't hit anybody. I mean, that's probably a pretty good thing to point out, too. All of our players are safe. All of our millionaires are doing fine. Did he hit anybody? No, he didn't hit anybody. But, our player, that's an asset. Somebody on 294 North, whether or not no word as to whether or not the Pirates beat the Brewers, but their driver. So what do you do then? If the guy gets pulled over for DUI and he's driving your bus, what do? You got to call a local bus company. Hey, want to drive the Pirates from Milwaukee to Pittsburgh? They probably flew out of Chicago, I guess. Maybe that's what happened. The hell is that? What's happening? Are you all right?
She just took a big swig of water, but it made
so
much noise.
It was like,
yeah.
I really didn't think it would be that loud.
Wow.
It's just my water bottle. It hasn't ever made that noise before.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you are right.
I'm fine.
Okay.
It was my water bottle made that noise. It needed some attention, I guess.
Yeah, right. Got a story from one of our bureau chiefs outside Seattle about a guy whose gun went off in a restaurant and hit 2 people. The guy's just legal carry when his gun went off and a bullet ricocheted off the floor, hitting one person in the elbow and another person was hit with shrapnel. And the guy ran from the restaurant when he realized what happened. Just like a responsible gun owner, he ran from the premises. Oh, I don't want to be responsible for what happens to you.
Not the consequences.
No consequences. I just want to carry my gun everywhere I go. Imagine that, though. You just heading out to have some dinner. Now I have shrapnel in my neck because the guy's gun just went off in the restaurant. What did you have for dinner? I don't know. The chicken pot pie. No! What a fun, free country we live in. What a good time to be an American. I liked that the guy ran. He's like, oh, damn it. I got to get to hell. Sir, you haven't finished your meatloaf. I need to leave. I'm a responsible gun owner, and I need to take my gun home and be responsible with it. Stroking his gun. Are you all right? Are you okay? Shot in the elbow, and somebody else took some shrapnel. Could have been a lot worse.
And you just go, whoopsie.
Oops. I mean, that's kind of what it is, right? I mean,
Yikes.
that's what it is now. Oops.
I mean,
there's no one to sue. I mean, his legal carry. We've gotten to the point now where if you ask people to do anything now, they don't want to do it. You need to have a permit. Nope. You need to. Nope. Just carry it around. And again, he wasn't shooting at anyone. It just went off. But if you're somebody else, next booth over, I don't know what the logistics of the whole thing were, but you're out trying to have some dinner at Sage's Restaurant. It's there about 8 o'clock at night, right? Probably your dinner rush, maybe a little late for a dinner rush.
He's like, come on, it happens. Sometimes these things just go.
Hey, come on. Come back. Y'all come back now, you hear? Hey, how was dinner? I mean, I have a shattered elbow, but the chicken wings were dynamite. I guess I didn't realize, you were talking about double dates earlier, where we have a triple date this Saturday night.
Ooh.
With the Burges and the Beaters.
See, here you thought you weren't even going on double dates, or they weren't even. Explain again what you thought a double date was.
I took it literally. I thought a double date is when 2 couples who are dating went and had dinner with each other.
Well, now here's my question then. When you take Gwen to dinner, do you not call that a date? We're going on a date tonight.
I say we're going to dinner.
So then you don't consider it a date anymore.
You asked if I said that.
Do you I mean, that would, in my head, it makes sense because it's 2
night.
people on a date.
Yeah, sure. Of course. I'm just saying that I thought double date meant everyone was still dating. I'll take the L. I mean, I just thought that's what it was.
It implies you don't date your wife, Alan, which is, downfall number 1.
Yeah, I know everybody loves to. That's a sweet little thing to say, but the reason nobody dates their wife, all right?
A lot of people date their wives.
They don't
I
date
dated
their
a bunch of guys' wives.
You don't date your own wife.
You can date your own wife, and
You might
should.
date someone else's wife. Yeah, we go out and do things. I don't.
Why won't you call it a date?
I'm not saying I won't. I'm not saying I won't.
You don't date your
But
wife.
people don't want to date their wife. They
I
want to
think
be
they do.
married to their wife and go out and it's it's a semantic argument.
You love semantic arguments.
Eh,
Every time we get in an argument, it's a semantic argument.
No,
and
not
you
every
seem
time.
To win about words.
not every time.
Okay.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. Oh, again, my point was I didn't realize how utterly I'm not even sure how to put it. How many barriers to entry there are in the local restaurant scene. And I can't figure it out because all you hear about people that are in the hospitality and restaurant industries, nobody wants to work, blah, blah, blah. All these places make it so hard to talk to anyone or get through to anyone. So it's got to be more than just staffing. I'm calling a bunch of places. I need a couple of options. One place I called, it's right downtown here, and I won't call anybody out, but this is a place that changed their name months ago. And the voicemail has the name of the old restaurant. So most of these places, you go right to voicemail because they don't want to talk to a person anymore. You either go online and make a reservation and good luck, or they don't want to talk to people anymore.
Well, because that's the reservation system that they use now. So it makes
Understood,
sense.
but listen, a restaurant still has to take phone calls for a variety of things. And so if you call, one place said the voicemail couldn't take messages because it was full. I know that trick. Another place, like I said, still has the old restaurant's name months after they changed the restaurant on their voicemail. So I don't know what's going on. These places aren't that busy. And it just makes it, you're sending people somewhere else. And if places are complaining that like business is down or whatever, you should make it really, really easy for people to access your establishment.
I agree.
I would think. Make it easier to do that rather than making it harder. It's very strange to me. And so, I mean, the voicemail with the old name, that's just a really bad attention to detail. How did you miss that? Especially if everyone is going to go to your voicemail. You have to have gotten messages from people or something telling you that, but clearly not, because 3 months later, it's still the old restaurant's name. And that's just weird. That just tells people, oh, nobody knows what's going on over there. It's very, very strange. No?
So, I mean, I don't have these problems that I don't go to the restaurants you go to. I don't go
We're
to
all
these-
going to the same restaurants.
No, we're not.
Cleveland is not New York City. We're all going to the same restaurants,
I'm
right?
not-
There's about 5 or 6 that everybody goes to.
I go to,
Let's be real.
I basically go to 2 restaurants.
Why? Maybe I missed this. Why are you calling and not going online?
I am going online, but a lot of these places will only take a certain size party.
Like
And-
you're saying their reservations online,
That's
He
right.
needs,
so you can't.
it's got a triple date. He needs a table for 6.
I
And
need
you
a part.
can't do
I need a
that
table.
online.
Nope. Not the things I'm looking at.
Okay. Are you
So
the
then I call.
problem?
So then,
Just kidding.
am I? I
was
mean,
just kidding. I'm just
6.
kidding.
I'm not trying to set up a 12 top here.
Yeah, no, I get
yeah.
that.
So
Maybe they don't have any tables for 6. That's why you can't get to it.
that's why I call
Mm.
and I say, hey, here's what I'm looking to do.
You try writing them a letter.
A strongly worded letter.
No, it could be finely worded or weakly worded.
I had to address it to the old restaurant's name so it would go to the right place.
Yes.
I would just walk over there. Go over there. It's right around the corner. Be
Yeah.
like, I'm Alan Cox. I need a table for 6. It's my birthday.
I'm not
It's
doing
my
that.
friend's birthday. We want to eat here.
I'm not doing that
Mhm.
because nobody. You can't do that anymore, right? You can't go, I'm so-and-so. They'll look at you like you got a nipple in your forehead. Nobody knows who anybody is anymore. I'm not on television. So they'll be like, who? I don't,
I know for a fact they know who you are at that place.
You don't even know what place I'm talking about.
If it's the one that changed his name, I know what place it is.
A couple places have changed their name.
I know every place that's changed its name, and I know they all know you.
Well, I was in that place for drinks a couple of weeks ago when we had a friend in from out of town on business. We had dinner at one spot, and then we had drinks at the other spot.
Should ask them then.
Huh?
Yeah.
Asked them what?
No foresight.
No, this is way
Six people.
This is way before we were going
In 2 months, I'm going to be back here.
Yeah, this is way before we were making any plans.
I agree. That's annoying.
It's just strange. It's weird. For all the complaining that restaurants are doing, and again, I get it. I worked in the service industry for a long, long time, and the profit margins are so razor thin. If you are not full every single night, you're losing money. I get it, chapter and verse. But all the more reason, with all of the competition, to make it appreciably more easy for people to get in and do stuff. Because otherwise, these restaurants, we don't know what happened. People just stopped coming. You don't know what happened? I mean, it's a blood sport out there if you're in the service industry. Say what?
I would just do your birthday dinner at Tracy's. They'll have tables for you.
Bill?
You don't like pizza?
I'm not gonna do that.
They have salads.
I can't. Yeah, they do have salads. I was gonna send you guys a thing where there was like I don't know, it was some banner ad that popped up. They're like, "What goes better with pizza than beer?" I was like, "Salad," from what I've heard. I got to take a break. If you want to send a text, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch live, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. Rover's Morning Glory.
Now that I'm married, my risque sex, I think, is in the past.
My risque sex is a weeknight.
Actually, at your age, Snitz, sex is risky, not risque.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekdays on 100.7 WMMS and 24/7 on our free iHeartRadio app.
Your afternoon drive is brought to you by the Ken Ganley Auto Group, Ohio's #1 automotive retailer.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for summer 2023. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Jeff Kinsbach here with the best. Rich Claiborne of the Claiborne Auto Stores. Rich, it's Jeep season.
Search our wide selection, take your pick, and save.
Got an example?
New 2023 Jeep Compass, $5,000 off MSRP. Plus attractive lease payments.
Wow, and congratulations on Claiborne's 50th anniversary.